Dead Art Studios. We're going to do digital art and chill today. So I've got my laptop down here, opened up Photoshop. Let's get comfy. Got my little pen, and away we go. So, what are we going to do today? I am going to fill it with a colour first. So, find my fill tool, open up, pick a nice colour, I don't know, let's go light blue, fill, there we go, we've started. And then I think I'm going to use a different colour, select my pen, my brush tool first. I'm going to have quite a small brush, around about 12 point, and I'll pick some different colours and just scribble a sort of general shape out, I think. Whatever takes my sort of fancy. Okay. Go in here. Let's pick another colour. Get some red, the pink colour. Here, around here, a bit of a... Let's do it as a sort of side-on portrait look to start with. We'll totally mess around with it. I'm sure it'll not end up anything like this. Put a little smiley face in there. And some squiggly 5-year-old drawing style hair. And an eye. And let's do some black around there. Up and down, all around. Let's copy that, and then let's head into my filters and pick radial blur, I think. Okay, and then radial blur you can set up to the best possible setting for best results, smoothest looking results, and also maximum blur, and set that going. It's going to take a minute or two. So have a sip of my cocoa, and hope you are doing well. I'm certainly pretty tired today. It's not so late. It's like 8 o'clock. Definitely feel like I've had a day of it. Pretty sleepy. I'm promising myself that I'm going to start going to sleep early instead of staying up all night doing art, which I love to do, but I think I'm starting to pay the price with late nights. You know, I think over the festive period I got really into staying up late again, like when I was young, and unfortunately I can't keep up with that kind of pace anymore. I need to get myself to bed a bit earlier, get my rest. And you know, if I wake up at early o'clock, what's to stop me coming down and doing something then, you know, getting on with art for the business, you know, all the boring kind of stuff, mounting, taping, gluing, organising. I suppose though at that time, if other people are asleep, you got to be kind of quiet, haven't you? So you need to be quiet at night time too, so no loss there. So maybe I'll try for 10:30 tonight. Let's see how we go. Anyway, the radial blur is nearly finished. Let's see what it looks like. We've copied the layer. I'm going to try and blend what we drew into the blur using the filter blend modes up here. So that's like really kind of blurred out most of it. Let's see what we get. Okay, so that's kind of nice, that weird salmon colour, and that's kind of nice. But that kind of gets rid of the blur in the background, but we could change the opacity on that. Let's drop down. Oh, that's interesting. Quite like that. Let's go up to one of these two. Screen blending. And let's just reduce the opacity a little, and then that should maybe bring... No, it's not going to bring the blur because the blur's on the top. It does make a nice sort of colour effect though, doesn't it? So let's merge them together. Copy it again. Blur that one. Radial blur. Let's go again. It's already set up. Hit it and let it go. The point of these digital art and chill videos is really just to provide a format where I can show you sort of real time making some of the digital art that I make, and then also just have a random chat. You know, the video is just for everyone to relax to, maybe do some of their own art, maybe just to chill out a bit, whatever you fancy, obviously. Right, so I'm looking at the blend modes again. And that's kind of interesting. The reds are interesting, but I want something a bit more subtle than that. The difference, exclusion and subtract modes always between the two layers creates like cool, crazy stuff, but sometimes a bit too much. I'm normally looking for subtle, because we're going to do a lot of stuff, you know, so you don't want it all to happen at once unless you see something really awesome. Let's merge those, copy it, and then we're going to go to the transform tool and we're going to flip it horizontally so it's looking the other way, and then we're going to blend those and create some kind of symmetry. There we go. Looks like a bit of a weird crazy cat, doesn't it? Okay, weird crazy cat it is. Add a new layer so that we don't harm the work we've already done. Sometimes I like to draw onto the layer below and just commit and get on with it, you know, make myself pick. You can't do that if you're going to be doing client work and things. You're going to need to be able to change and go back. But for these sort of art pieces where I am the executive decider of what happens, then it's not a problem. Okay, let's see what that's a bit of a nose there as well, isn't there? I just delete things if I don't like them. Obviously, that's the best thing to do. I mean, it looks pretty terrible, doesn't it? Let's introduce my other art, and this is what I like to do, take my old art and iterate it into new. So let's pick something, and you want something that's kind of going to fit in with the vibe and the way the face is looking at you and everything. Let's pick this one. Okay, so that's an old piece of art I did, and sometimes I do them all the way from scratch and sometimes I don't. Luckily that one is the right size because most of them are the same size. I'm going to merge the previous two layers together, and then I'm going to see what happens when I go through the blend modes on this, see what we get. And really what I want is something that resembles the new piece more than the old piece. Okay, quite like that. Let's merge those. Bigger brush. And just have a look at how that looks. Looks pretty good. Let's go. Throw some strokes in. Okay, let's blend that through, see what happens. Probably down on here somewhere. It's not doing a lot. Obviously it's just black, isn't it? So it's not going to have the biggest effect. That looks interesting-ish. I like that overlay. It just creates a sort of grey sub shadow below. Merge those layers. Okay, let's open another image. Close the last one that I did and open another one. Get some more interesting. I don't really like drawing cats, but every now and again they appear. And who am I to say no? Not this one that I did in Blender. When I was blendering, I don't have a lot of time to do Blender these days. It's a commitment if you want to know what you're doing in Blender. Okay, so the ears sticking up are kind of interesting. If we go with that one, then we're going to create a mask. I'm going to invert the mask. Then we're going to try and draw back in the ears. There we go. There we go. And let's feather that and see if we can get away with not having to be tied here. I think we can. Quite a high feather. That works okay for me. Okay, back to layer. And apply that mask. And you know, I have no problems using my old art and blending it into new art. I've created it all, so it's really not, for me, like cheating or anything. It's just a nice, easy way for me to relax and create without having to get too in depth. Let's get this guy. Looks like some kind of crazy Sesame Street guy. Alright, let's merge those previous two. Get those ears merged into the first image. If you don't do that, then you get all sorts of madness happening when you do these blending modes. Okay, this one, whoa, wild. Wild. Soul, more soul. Okay. Let's apply that. Let's merge those layers. And I'm going to take it into the liquify tool, which for some reason, the way I'm recording using the Windows desktop recorder, it records Photoshop, what I'm doing, but then when I head into sub bits of Photoshop, like the liquify tool, a different window, it doesn't record it. And I haven't properly figured out how to overcome that yet. It's going to involve some kind of other desktop recording. Right, so I'm just going to move stuff around in liquify and then get back to you. Liquify just allows you to move and contort your artwork. You can bloat it, you can suck it down, you can twist and rotate it. It really is fun. Okay, so I've done the liquify on it, just a few maneuvers, and then what I'm going to do is I've copied the layer and I'm going to flip it again. For that I need to be in edit and not file. Transform, flip horizontal. And then I'm going to try and mix them together again. Looks more sinister like that. That's kind of interesting. That's very It's kind of interesting. Let's work with it. I'm going to open another file, bring something else in. Let's try this one. Similar colours. This was one of my favourites that I've done. Probably should try printing that out actually. Nice and big. I've got an idea where I want to like coat them in gloss medium after printing them out. Might try it one day. One day soon, eh? Okay, I don't want it, I want it to be different. Might not keep it if it's not right. Chaos. Kind of like it. It's got, we're going to have to create something in the face, but the outer shape I do like. Is that? Just go back up. There. Merge those layers. For some reason I'm tempted just to bring some yellow into the hair. I always struggle to find a good yellow in Photoshop. Don't know why. There we go, I'm getting a WhatsApp from my mother now. Bless. Alright. Don't know, maybe the yellow's not right. Maybe the brush is too big. Could go small. Everyone's thinking, he's just got rid of that horrendous cat face. Now he's drawing it back in. But I might blur it out a bit. Filter, blur. Let's have a look at motion blur. That's too much. It's too little. I don't think that's going to work. Let's change the angle. No, it's not going to work. I do like the yellow in it though. I'm going to copy the layer below to keep it safe. Then I'm going to merge the two layers above. Merge. Then I'm going to blur that with a radial blur. We shall let it do its business, and I shall see you in a moment. I'll have a sip of cocoa. Okay, so the radial blur has done its job, and let's try and blend that in. To the previous picture. Okay, it's definitely brightening it up a bit. It's bringing in a kind of scary mouth down there at the bottom. That's kind of interesting too. Scary mouth at the bottom is what I want. See that one? I think it's a screen. Okay, let's merge those. Merge, merge, merge. Okay, let's bring another picture in. I'm going to close those two. Let's bring this cheeky character into play. I can see a shape there that I'm starting to like the look of. Whoa, that's bonkers. That's bonkers. I do kind of like it. I think it's too bonkers. No, Mr. Linear Light. Right. There was a shape and it was forming, and I did like it. Where's it gone? Here. Right, let's merge those two layers. Overlay. Let's check out the madness again. Which one was it? It was that, wasn't it? Merge. Control J. Transform. Flip horizontal. Blend it together somehow. Nuts. Right. Oof. I have to take it into liquify. What's wrong? I'll take it into liquify again, manipulate it. See you in a moment. Okay. I'm going to try and merge a sort of more compressed version into the expanded version. See if we can get something a bit more coherent. Don't think we will. Let's leave that there. Let's merge those layers. I think we're going to have to bring another picture in. Try and create some coherence. So something down in my more coherent zone. Let's see. Let's put this fellow in. I like the colours on that. I like the colours on the other one as well. Halfway house. Let's just merge those two. Then I'm going to bring it in again. Probably pick something up here. Not that one. It's going off. Right, I think we can manipulate that a little bit more in the liquify tool. So in I go. Okay, so we've done that and we've changed it quite a lot there and pushed it more into a conventional shape of a face. Now my eyes are starting to burn now, so let's try and get this piece finished. We need some eyes. Can I pen in eyes, or is it going to look... The last couple of bits I've done have been just use black pen to finish it off, and I don't know. If that's what I want. Open. Let's find me some eyes. Human eyes, animal eyes, made up eyes. Ooh, this could be quite interesting. I've got a picture of a person that I photographed. It's got some eyes. Let's transform it up to the right size. First, for fun's sake, let's have a look through the blend modes. Spooky stuff going off there. Some bonkers stuff as well. Normal. Let's mask. I don't need a double mask. Don't need to be masking the mask. Invert the mask. Then just approximate. I need a bigger brush for that. Just find the eyes. There's the eyes. Not sure if that's going to work. Got that eye. Open the eye. I mean, it's a big eye. Let's transform that eye down small. Clever people use smart objects. People who are tired and have not got much time don't. J, edit, transform, flip, horizontal, move. Let's rotate that a bit. Let's merge. It's not quite merge them because that one's overlapping a bit, and I want to be lazy and not have to. It's too far out though, I can't be lazy. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to mask that one out a bit. I mean, it's going to take me like that long. So I don't know why I'm saying that that's high effort. Apply. Merge. Right, let's see what we can do. Blends, does it blend? Oh, that's kind of cool because it's kind of like really subtle. That kind of works. Let's go with that. Merge. Okay. Back into liquify, I think. Okay. Okay, let's copy that. Transform, export. Okay, we'll transform it again, flip it horizontal. To me, that looks a bit weird the other way around. So let's make it more symmetrical. Oh yeah, now we're getting some spook factor. Let's add a plastic wrap filter to it. Set it up to my preferred plastic wrap. Okay, it's kind of cool, but often luminosity does well. Does that make a difference? Makes it more subtle, doesn't it? Let's keep it slightly more subtle. Merge. Image adjustments. Let's copy that layer. And be a good Photoshopper. What am I doing? Being a good Photoshopper means now I am a Photoshopper who's forgot what they're doing. We are going into hue and saturation. I'm just going to see what some colour changes does. Oof, wild. Wild. I think I like the colours I've got. Now, you can close that. I kind of like that. Let's copy that in again and see what happens. Copy, paste, sorry. I've copied the wrong thing there. See. Let's have a look. Just quick. I like the shadow on it. Transfer that up. Transform it, I should say. Sometimes it'll only let me transform with my pen, and other times it'll let me use my trackpad, and I don't know why. Oh, I'm loving the spook factor there. Okay. Let's just drop the opacity a little bit. I want some of the brightness of that background to be there though. So we're going to mask it. And I'm going to get my big brush that's not very hard. And I'm going to come in, get some of that colour back around here as well. Clearly a bigger brush might have been a bit more helpful at this point. And then it's like, I don't know now. Let's give it a feather. Quite a big feather. Let's go back to the layer. Let's drop that opacity down, down, down. Okay. Let's merge those two. Let's bring that one to the top. Bring some colour in again. Does that make a difference? It certainly does. And just drop it down a bit to there. Merge. Copy it out. Filter. Plastic wrap. This is a long video, isn't it? Okay. If you're still here, if you're one of the 8 people watching, thank you. I hope I'm providing some kind of value to the day that you're having. I mean, that's too much, isn't it? Right. Let's drop it down. No, we don't want it normal. There we go. I need to crop this down a bit. Are we leaving it there? I don't know. Let's take it into liquefy again. I think we need a different nose or mouth or nose or something. So let's do that, and then I think we'll be about there. So look at this one. This could work. There's a nose, there's a mouth. It needs to be bigger. Let's turn the opacity down. This is going to be a complicated mishmash of trying to figure out where stuff is. It won't let me transform by hand again on my trackpad for reasons I don't understand. Yes, do like it though. Right, let's put the mask on it, invert it. That's another nice piece of art that I keep forgetting about the ones that I've done. Should print some of this stuff. Right. Get the nose in. Get the mouth in. Create a bit of a, you know. Okay, I think I like it. It's gonna have to be smaller like that. It's gonna have to be, what's missing down here? That. Okay, let's feather it. Okay. Let's apply the layer mask. Let's make sure you're actually on the layer mask properties. Apply the layer mask. Now, Control T. Rotate it a little smidgen. Get it into place and make it a bit bigger. Oh yes. Bit bigger, bit bigger. Bit smaller, bit smaller. Very nice. Blending options? No, let's not. Potential change of color? Maybe. Look at all the different options. Oh yeah. So I mean, we either stick with that one's almost 100% blended, or we go into the yellow zone and sort of create a bit more of a sticky outness. I think we do that. Kind of matches the hair. I think we do make it a bit bigger and rotate it a bit more that way. Okay, that's looking nice. I like the other bit of art better than this bit of art, so I'm going to keep working on this bit of art. Let's look at this one. I need to merge that and that. Okay, so going down a different path now. Quite like merge those layers. The other one's a bit too dark for me. I'm not feeling the demonic vibes tonight. I want something a bit more relaxed, a bit happier. That's kind of nice. Merge those. Whew, it's a lot though, it's a lot. Let's see if doing anything there helps. Yeah. Okay, we've got a doll's face here. Let's put that in. Mix it in. That I quite like the mouth nose area of, but the eyes we need something else. Merge layers. I can't remember how I made that other one with a doll in it. Was it a doll? I think it was a doll. But then I don't know where I found such a doll. Got some eyes here. Seems intense. Transfer that down a bit. Transform it down a bit. Let's get the opacity down so we can see where we're going with it. Let's have a look. We're going to have to go back to 100%. We're going to have to put a mask on it and then bring them out. Okay, let's give those a feather. We've gone in a totally wild and different direction now, haven't we? Let's apply that layer mask. Move it up a bit. Somewhere where we feel like we're getting something good. Okay, that's nice. Merge those layers. I think we're coming towards the end. Plastic wrap. Nice. Let's give that. No. Oh dear. I am pressing all sorts of random buttons now. levels. Head up to that or head down to that. Head up or head down. Let's go head down. Let's look at that and then let's go back to image. Bit more jiggery pokery in liquify. Okay, let's flatten that. Let's go into adjustments and do the levels. See if we can give it a little bit more oomph that way. Yeah, down there, that's quite nice. And then push that end up. That's probably too much. Push to there, I think. Okay, let's check the hue and the saturation. A bit less saturation. So look at the hue. Probably gonna stay somewhere. Okay. Let's crop it in a little bit. Let's sign it. Say it's done. I might just burn it a bit around the eyes. I'm burning the shadows there. Not too much, it's too much. Just a little bit around the mouth, a bit in those shadows. Right, let's sign it. Okay. Okay, Dead Art Studios. That's Picture for Night. Took a while to get there, but I quite like the result. See you next time.